Today I'm going to be doing a video on Jessie, which is a character in this new Supercell game Brawl Stars, which will fit the same role as Engineer or maybe Torbjorn from Overwatch, that turret role, who has like a somewhat usable main attack, but a lot of her power, same with the other characters, comes from that turret. And first we're going to go over some base stats, then we're going to move into how to use her super and main attack, and just kind of overlooking this character, some tips. And yeah, because this game is new, there's not any orange juice type videos, if you know him from Clash Royale, for this game, so I'm just going to be helping you guys out. So at level 1, all these stats are level 1, her health is going to be 700. So it's at the middle end of characters who are not tanks, but it still pales in comparison to El Primo or Bull. So it is pretty squishy. She'll go down pretty quickly. I mean, it's not like Ricochet where you're going to be going down in no time, but it is not much health. So her attack will be doing 140 damage for each energy bolt that comes out of her weapon. These energy bolts, as you see, they're going on screen right now. They are one shot. They're not a burst. They are not a spread like a shotgun. They are single bolts that do the same amount of damage no matter what range. There's no damage drop off. So, and the interesting mechanic here is that when it hits one enemy, they'll redirect towards the nearest enemy, and I'll explain how to use this more later. After that, her super is a turret which has 700 health and does 60 damage per shot and fires rapidly. So both her and the turret have 700 health. So next we're gonna move on to her base attack. So her shock rifle does 140 damage regardless of distance, and which is why you want to use her at a long range, because other characters' weapons often are easier to use, land more shots, or do more damage at close range. This is not the case with characters like Jessie and Brock. Even though they are slightly easier to use, it's still too much of a risk. So that's why you want to be using Jessie at long range, where characters like Shelly and Bull cannot cut her down quite as quickly. The retargeting mechanic makes you want to target her bolts when enemies are grouped up in an area. That's very good, because if there's a group, it's easier to hit at least one of them. Like the phrase, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. And also, when you hit one of them, the bolt is likely to hit at least one other of them if all three are in a group. But any chance is good. And I always use her weapon in bursts, as in I save up all 3 shots and then fire them all, because that kind of, if I miss one of them, at least I have a chance of hitting the other ones. And also because I like to stay behind cover for a good portion of time with Jessie, but still having the same damage output. So hide behind cover, poke out, fire some shots, come back, and then try and build up to the super, which is a very important part of Jessie. So let's move right onto that super soon, because the super and other characters need to clean up after Jessie's primary, which is not so good. So the super is a turret called Scrappy, which automatically locks onto the enemy, and does 6 damage per shot, 700 health. And the ideal place you want to deploy it is a bush near to wherever you want to protect. So the bushes hide the turret until either the turret shoots at an enemy or an enemy is in the same bush. This adds an element of surprise and also removes some of the risk of an enemy killing your turret before it gets a shot off. If the turret fires and the enemy escapes, then the enemies will know its location, so they could snipe it from a distance with characters like Brock. And your team is going to want to be playing around the turret, keeping it alive, because it is an asset. It's almost like having an extra character on your team. It can't move, but it has perfect aim. So, yeah. For example, key locations that you want to defend, for example, smash and grab, you want the turret to be in one of the bushes that is near the center. You see these 2 bushes to the top right and the top left, adjacent to the center mine. That is where you want to deploy the turret, ideally. If those have been destroyed by, let's say, a Shelly ultimate, then other bushes near are serviceable, or if you want to play more aggressively, it is okay to put it out in the open, because more aggressive use could be deploying it kind of as a surprise and popping out yourself, and it can do a lot of damage if you catch the enemy by surprise. So thank you for watching this video. I hope this helps you out with with trying out Jessie for the first time in this game. She's a lot of fun. Thank you guys for watching. Drop a like if you like this video, and subscribe if you're new. Bye guys.